you start looking at his game looks like. If you just, if we make the plays that we should make behind him, he's not sitting there giving up. How many runs did he give up? I'm not even sure. 5. If we're sitting here and he gave up 1 or 2, which very, very easily could have been the case if we just make the plays, we're not sitting here saying, we're sitting here saying Sonny gave us a good start. That's what we're sitting here saying. He always competes very well. The intensity was there today, which matters with him. It's not just something that's kind of a side note. It's his ability to focus that makes him special. And he's pitched us. He was one of the guys that have pitched us to this point in the season. And so we're going to let him pitch us to wherever we're going next. So I have no issue leaving the ball in his hands for a little while and letting him go. But again, if we play crisp baseball, we're sitting here and he's probably only given up a run or 2.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Rocco.
Thanks, guys.
Sonny Gray next. All right. We'll get started with Sonny Gray. We'll go on the left with Phil.
Sonny, it was right from the start. What was that first inning like for you?
Thought I made some, in all honesty, with the exception of spinning that one breaking ball for the homer to Abreu. Other than that, over the course of the first inning, I thought I made quality pitches. I think I missed. In all honesty, I thought that after looking back and even in the moment and evaluating before going out for the second, I thought I made quality pitch after quality pitch. It just so happened that with first and second and 1 out, something that I have been able to limit for pretty much the whole year, ended up just biting me there in the first. I got to a 2-1 count, and I just kind of spun a breaking ball, and it just stayed in the middle and hit a 3-run homer, and then it kind of, that was kind of it for that inning. I thought Altuve, he put a good swing on a pitch that was an executed pitch off the plate, got a single. Get the next guy. And then now you're sitting at second and third with 1 out, with the infield in. The pitch that I made to Tucker was probably the most executed changeup that I have thrown in a very long time. He hits it hard, hits a ground ball the other way, and then the next batter is the one who really cashed it in for us, and it was I think it was a 2-1 count, threw him 3 fastballs, wanted to get a slider down and away, and it kind of spun in the middle, and he hit a homer, and, before you know it, it was 4-0, and I, and that was a big part of the game. They came out hot, and they came out with a big hit in the first, and it really kind of like, the crowd did what they could. They did a great job of trying to get us back in it, but they came out and just kind of shut it down for us pretty early, and then we were fighting an uphill battle from there.
Anything else for Sonny? We'll go Aaron.
You mentioned spinning I think it was a sweeper, but did you feel like it was lack of execution on that pitch, or just in general that pitch throughout?
It wasn't great today. It was just kind of slower. All in all, though, in all honesty, that in the first inning, in a 2-1 count, I was trying to execute a strike breaking ball. Went 3 fastballs, got to a 2-1 count. I just was a strike breaking ball. I just was, looking to throw a strike breaking ball, and I threw it, and it just kind of spun there. And he homered it. I don't think I was great with 2 strikes. I think at times I was, but I think actually I know not retiring a leadoff hitter for the entire time I was out there is something that we were fighting an uphill battle as a team. I was fighting an uphill battle every inning. And a lot of the times it was you'd get to 2 strikes with the leadoff hitter or whatnot, and then you'd spin something or you'd throw a foul or whatever happened, and then they ended up hitting a single or getting on base or whatnot. So then I'm fighting an uphill battle from inning to inning. But it just kind of started with obviously it just started in the first the big swing that they had early. We had some chances there to get back in it. Their guy did what I didn't do. He executed pitches in spots with runners on, and I was able to do it after the first, but I just didn't do it for in the first, and that was pretty much the difference in the game. He executed when we had runners on, runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs, and I didn't.
Go one more on left with Phil.
Sonny, they showed you on the bench a few times, kind of staring straight ahead, and the way you pitched last week, the way you've pitched for a month and a half now, were you shocked by by what happened this afternoon?
I felt really good going into it. I felt calm, collected, confident. Even after the first, I was trying to do the best that I could to move on from it, just move on from it, continue to just make the same pitches and execute the same pitches that I felt like I was early. But yeah, I knew giving up a 4 spot in the first is not great. It's not something that you're looking to do. But I felt like after that I was able to, for the most part, move on from it, and then I was just, it was after that it was like put up a 0, put up a 0, put up a 0, put up a 0, and I think for 3 innings I did, and then Bregman hits pretty much the same pitch that Abreu hit in the first. He hits the very, very similar pitch for a homer. Jordan came up after that, and I got him to an 0-2 count, wanted to bounce a breaking ball, and I that one I was a little like tip your cap to him on that one. And then you walk Tucker, and then you're out. Emilio comes in and really gives us a chance to stay in the game right there by retiring the next 3. And then it just they added on there at the end, and we didn't.
Thanks for coming in, Sonny.
Yeah, thank you.
Get started with Dusty Baker. We'll start with Patrick on the right.
Dusty, when did when did he switch flip the switch for you guys this year? That he started hitting about a month ago, really.
Yeah. I mean, he broke our September record for RBIs, and his batting average wasn't really indicative, but he was driving in some big runs for it. I think he drove in 28 or 29 runs in September, and he drove in, I think, what he drove in 5 today. And, you need those RBI guys, especially in the middle, batting, behind Tucker and Alvarez. Alvarez was outstanding today. He had a great day. Javier got in some trouble. We had to make a decision on what we're leave him in there or go to somebody else. But he came through. The guy, you know, he can smell a victory, or he can smell when I'm about to take him out. And so that's happened 4 or 5 times. So it was just good to come here and win this game today.
Dusty, can you talk about Javier's outing today? Your thoughts on Javier?
Yeah, you know, he was good. He was very good. You know, he had a good breaking ball. Maldi directing him through the game, and that you know, put speed on his fastball if you're getting that breaking ball over the plate. And you know, that was you know, much needed from us. You know, for us. You know, the runs that we got for him and for us were much needed. You know, you'd like to see your offense, you know, clicking like that, especially against a quality pitcher like Sonny Gray. Sonny wasn't. We saw him in April, and you know, I think we saw him in May again, but he wasn't as sharp, you know, with his fastball or his control as he was back then. So, you know, we just took advantage of that, and you know, we got some hits when we needed them.
Go to Jerome on the right.
Yeah. Obviously, they had to feel good about where they were coming home and with Sonny going today and the situation they were in after getting game 2. What is it about your squad that just you guys come in confident regardless of where it is and the situation, and you just don't ever seem to be fazed?
Well, I mean, that's the kind of club, you know, we have. I mean, it's a very confident club, not a cocky club. You know, we don't, you know, showboat too much. We just play. And, you know, the guys have a knack of picking each other up. And from day to day, it could be, you know, a number of heroes, you know, like today, or, you know, somebody carries us on that particular day. And, you know, our pitching was good. Our pitching was very good.
Go to Patrick
Dusty
on the right.
Pagan starting that double play. Do you see that quite often from him? Is that the way he plays shortstop?
Yeah, that's the way to play shortstop. That was a big double play that he got on Jeffers, because that ball, you know, was through. If it gets through, they're first to third, and then, you know, things start happening. And that's the pitcher's best friend. Anytime you can turn that double play, especially on that second and third out, you know, to get out of trouble and make them start all over again. I mean, defense is something that we really, really take pride in. We work on it daily, and you know, you win on offense, but you can lose on defense. And you know, very rarely do we have too many miscues on defense. Okay.
Dusty,
Yeah.
Rocco said he thought they pitched Jordan pretty well.
Yes.
You've seen what he does with anything you throw at him. What about him is just so...
Well, I mean, you know, he thrives on the big moment, and they did pitch him well, you know. And but you know, if you can hit, you can hit, you know. And you know, there aren't a whole bunch of hitters around, but he's one of the top hitters in baseball, and he has a tremendous amount of concentration. He has a very short stroke to be such a big man. I mean, most big men have longer swings, and you know, he's very quiet and confident.
come over on the far left, Dusty.
Yes.
Dusty, do you have any idea who will start game 4?
Yes. Urquidy will start game 4. Okay.
Anything else for Dusty? All right, thanks for coming in, Dusty.
Go home.
I believe we'll have Abreu and Javier in here as well.